The Tour Guide by Neil LaPierre. They say that you can't feel it when she's got you. Your toes are numb. You can't even feel that your toes are numb. But yet, all the other kids on this side of the 406 were terrified to go with me to Howell's family pumpkin farm, and certainly wouldn't step foot anywhere near the hay maze. It had been a year since I had been lost in the hay maze, and I saw her. There's only two things that you find when you go in there. One, maybe you'll find the exit. If not, for sure, you'll find her. So I went into the hay maze, determined, this time, we're gonna settle this. I was tired of living in fear of her. It didn't take long with my lack of sense of direction to come across her. I turned a corner and there she was. She didn't even have to approach me. Hunched over, with her hands out, which once resembled paring knives, now barely looked like plastic disposable butter knives. Do you know who I am? I backed against the hay, but only for a second. Yes, I was a little bit frightened, but I was no chicken. This was gonna be over as of tonight. You're the tour guide. She looked at me straight in the eye and flashed a big grin. Her teeth, once were porcelain, splattered with vibrant red, fresh blood. But that had changed. They were now brown, beige. They almost had a translucent quality. It was like looking at a Zayre's bag. Do you know what I want? She didn't look at what she wanted. She was still looking at my face. I knew exactly what she wanted, and I looked down at my frozen toes. I laid on the ground and looked up at the sky, but only for a second. I had spent the last year waking up every night, screaming, grabbing my toes, thinking that she was at the foot of my bed, touching my toes, tickling my toes, kissing my toes, tasting my toes. But I was a fool, because I knew that there was only one time when you knew that the tour guide didn't have you. And that was when you could feel something touching your toes. The only time that you can feel nothing is when the tour guide really has you. So I closed my eyes, forced them shut, and for the first time in a whole year, I felt nothing.